What's up, YouTube? It is August 5th, 2021, and have I got a story time for you? This happened in my ride share yesterday. Yeah. I need feedback. I need to know what you would do in this situation, because I'll give you the story and the reasons why I did what I did, and tell me what you would do. So I get a ping to pick up someone, and I go to the address that she put into the Lyft app, right? And she's not there. And so I call, and she says she's not there. She's at the insurance agency, which is a couple of doors down. Which I'm like, okay, sometimes they go by location instead of address. But she put the address. Just, So I go a couple of doors down to the insurance agency, and nobody's there. She's not there. I'm not there. So I call her back, and I'm like, hey, I'm at the insurance agency. I don't see you. And she kept going, ma'am. Okay, number one, I don't like anybody calling me ma'am. I don't even like my own child calling me ma'am. I mean, I know some people are like, oh, that's a respect thing for me. I get it. But I personally don't like being called ma'am, miss, things like that. You see my name on the app. It says Melissa. Anyways, finally she comes out of nowhere, and she's walking to my car, and she gets in my car. And she said, I need to go to St. Mary's Hospital. And she put in the address. Well, that particular hospital has been torn down. And I told her, I said, St. Mary's no longer exists. And she said, yes, it does. I'm pregnant, and I've been there recently. So I know that St. Mary's is there. So I'm like, okay. So I brought her to the open field that was once St. Mary's Hospital. So I show her. I said, this is the address you put in. This is where St. Mary's Hospital used to be. I said, are you needing to go to the hospital? I said, I can take you, because she's pregnant, and, she says she's going into preterm labor right now, and she's having contractions. She's only like 20 weeks pregnant, and she's scared. And I'm like, okay, well, do you want me to take you to the hospital? She said, yeah, I told you, take me to St. Mary's. Lady, I'm at St. Mary's. There is no hospital here. It's been torn down. Then she gets on the phone. She's like, my Lyft driver refuses to take me to the hospital. I'm over here. I'm losing my baby, and she is refusing to take me to the hospital. So I turn around, and I said, okay, I can take you to the medical center if you need medical attention. And she just kept screaming at me, I want to go to St. Mary's. And then she goes, it's over by KFC. I'm like, what? St. Mary's over by KFC? I know that there's an emergency center, but it's not a hospital. It's like an emergency room, but not an actual hospital. If you have to go to the hospital, they transport you to the hospital. And I'm thinking, if you're in preterm labor, shouldn't you go to the hospital? But at this point, she's belligerent. And then I'm like, okay, so I know what she's talking about. So I'm heading over to KFC, right? I'm just trying to get her to seek medical attention. And y'all, she gets on the phone again. And at this point, I assume she's talking to somebody, but I don't know, because she seems kind of off, And she's talking about how her family wants to send her to like a mental institution, and how her family is threatening to send her away because they don't think that she's right in the head. And then she says, this is what happens when Lyft sends white people to Port Arthur. They don't know where they're at. And now this lady is not even taking me to the hospital. I don't know where she's taking me. I'm on my way to take you to the hospital. So I don't like that. So I stopped the car and I said, would you like to get a Lyft driver of another ethnicity, or do you want to go to the hospital? So I'm telling her, I said, I'm trying to help you. I'm trying to get you to the hospital. And she was like, you're going the wrong way, which I was not going the wrong way. I know how to get to KFC. I'm a fat girl. I like KFC. I know exactly where it is I'm going. And since she refused to change the address of the hospital in the app, I just was going the way that I know, which was the right way. But anyway, so she's talking to this person on the phone. How much that she cannot stand that she has a white Lyft driver, and that I'm trying to kill her baby because I'm not taking her to the hospital. Keep in mind, I'm on my way to take her to the hospital. At this point, I don't think she's talking to anybody. So a little while later, she stops talking because I told her, I said, if you don't stop talking about, my ethnicity, then I'm just going to drop you off at the nearest, I don't know, convenience store or whatever, and you can find another Lyft driver. I said, because I'm trying to help you, because in my mind, she's in preterm labor. She needs to be seen. I need to get her to the hospital. And the whole time she's in my car, she's complaining about the fact that I'm a white Lyft driver and that I'm trying to kill her baby because I'm not taking her to the hospital, but I'm on my way to the hospital. And she's on the phone, but come to find out, I don't think she was on the phone, because out of nowhere, she turns on music on her phone. And I'm like, okay, how are you on the phone but playing music? I don't know how that works. Does your phone do that? I don't think mine does that. I don't think you can play music at the same time you're talking to someone on the phone. But anyways, so I don't think she's been talking to anybody this whole time. So now she's in my car playing this horrendous music. Every other word is the N word. And I'm just like, I don't like that word. We don't say that word here, period. And she's got it in my car. Every other word is the N word. And I'm just like, oh my God. And then she's pretending to be on the same phone that she's playing the music, telling her, whoever she's talking to in her mind, that her white Lyft driver is not taking her to the hospital and that her white Lyft driver is trying to kill her baby. Now look, I try to be a compassionate person. I don't know if she's really in preterm labor. I don't even know if she's actually pregnant. She was this thin. But some people don't show, some people carry their baby in the back or whatever, and they don't show very soon. So I tried to handle the situation as if she was in preterm labor. If she never would have told me she was in preterm labor, I would have made her get out of the car. But I just kept thinking, okay, if she really is in labor and she's only 20 weeks, she needs to be seen. And it's not that baby's fault that his or her mama is not right, and I don't wish harm on anybody, no matter what they say to me. I've had people say meaner things than that to me, and I don't wish harm on them. I don't wish harm on her or her child. But I did get her to the emergency place that she was talking about. And when she got out of the car, she goes, "Thank you, ma'am. You have a good day." What just happened here? What just happened? So I gave her a 1-star rating, and I sent a message to Lyft and gave them a detailed description as to what happened, and let them deal with it accordingly. I'll never be matched with her again. So yeah, that was intense. That was really intense, but I just kept thinking, if she truly does need medical help, I need to get her to the hospital. Everything else that she was saying, how belligerent and disgusting the things that she was saying, and the music that she turned on in my car, is irrelevant whenever it comes to her health. I needed to get her to the hospital because she's a human being. She needs help. But I don't ever want to pick her up again. Never. Crazy! It's a crazy story, but it's a true story. Anyways, thank you so much for watching my story time. Be sure to like and leave me a comment, subscribe, and if you want to share, you can share. When the next event comes up in the Lyft world, I will, or rideshare, sometimes I do Uber, I will let you know. I will let you know and give you another story time. But this happened yesterday, and I just had to say it out loud because I'm still trying to process what the heck happened. All I know is I got her to the hospital, okay? There was no leakage in my car. I checked my seat and I was like, was she like, did her water break? My seat was not wet or anything. So hopefully she's okay and hopefully her baby's okay. That's all that matters at the end of the day. So anyways, thanks for watching. Yeah.